There comes a quiet moment for many people, often in the early morning or late at night when the house is still and your thoughts feel a little louder than they used to. Nothing dramatic has happened. Nothing is wrong. And yet there is a sense that choices feel heavier now. That decisions carry more weight than they once did. You may not say it out loud, but you feel it. The feeling that one wrong turn matters more than before. The feeling that you want fewer regrets, not more noise. And the wish that whatever time stretches ahead can feel steadier, calmer, and more your own. As the years move on, decisions stop being about speed, they stop being about proving anything, they become quieter, more personal, and sometimes more confusing. Friends give advice that doesn't quite fit anymore. The world moves faster than your comfort does. And small choices, the kind you once made without thinking, now seem to linger in your mind. You might notice yourself pausing longer before saying yes, or feeling uneasy after saying no. You might wonder why something that used to feel simple now feels complicated, or why you sometimes doubt your own judgment even though you have lived long enough to know better. There is also a strange pressure that can creep in without being invited. The pressure to keep up, to not fall behind, to not miss out, to not become a burden. It can show up in conversations, in news headlines, in well-meaning comments from people who love you but don't fully understand where you are now. And underneath all of that, there is a quieter wish. The wish to protect your peace, to avoid decisions that leave you restless at night, to feel steady in your own skin again. Many people carry these thoughts silently. They don't want to sound worried. They don't want to appear unsure. They don't want to be talked down to or rushed. They just want to feel confident that the choices they make come from a calm place, not from pressure or fear or habit. They want decisions to feel like a natural extension of who they are now, not who they used to be or who others expect them to be. Somewhere along the way, wisdom begins to look different. It no longer shouts. It doesn't demand attention. It feels more like a quiet hand on your shoulder. A pause before speaking, a breath before agreeing. A moment of listening to your own body and emotions instead of the noise around you. This kind of wisdom doesn't promise perfection. It offers something gentler. Fewer regrets, fewer rushed choices. More moments where you can say to yourself, this feels right for me. One of the first things many people rediscover at this stage of life is the value of slowing the moment down, not the whole day. Just a moment when a decision is being formed. There's a difference between taking your time and avoiding life. Slowing the moment is about giving your inner voice a chance to speak before the outside world does. When choices come quickly, especially with a sense of urgency, they often borrow energy from anxiety rather than clarity. You may notice that when you allow a little space, even a single night of rest, the shape of the decision changes. What felt urgent begins to feel optional. What felt confusing begins to soften. Another quiet realization often follows. The understanding that discomfort is not always a sign that something is wrong. Sometimes discomfort simply means something is unfamiliar. Many people make decisions just to escape an uneasy feeling. They agree to things they don't want. They change plans they were comfortable with. They second-guess choices that were already settled. Over time, this habit can pull you away from yourself. Learning to sit with a small amount of unease without rushing to fix it can protect you from choices that don't truly belong to you. Not every uncomfortable moment needs an immediate answer. There is also the matter of listening to your energy, not just your thoughts. As we grow older, the body often speaks before the mind catches up. You may feel drained after certain conversations, tense after certain commitments, or strangely calm when you decide to step back from something you once felt obligated to do. These signals are not weaknesses. They are information. Decisions that consistently leave you exhausted or unsettled often ask for a closer look. Choices that allow you to breathe more easily usually carry their own quiet truth. At some point, many people notice how easily other voices can slip into their decision-making. The voice of a confident friend, the opinion of a family member, the tone of authority in a professional setting. None of these voices are wrong. But when they become louder than your own, regret tends to follow. Protecting yourself from poor decisions sometimes means remembering that advice is not a command. You are allowed to listen politely and still choose differently. You are allowed to say, I need time to think. You are allowed to trust that your life experience gives you permission to decide at your own pace. There is also a subtle trap that comes with familiarity. We often assume that because we've always done something a certain way, it must still be right. Habits feel safe. They feel reliable. But life changes. You change. What once served you well may no longer fit the person you are now. This doesn't mean past choices were wrong. It simply means they belong to a different chapter. Allowing yourself to revisit old patterns with fresh eyes can prevent decisions made on autopilot rather than intention. As clarity begins to grow, something else often becomes important. The ability to separate what feels urgent from what truly matters. Urgency tends to shout, it pushes, it demands immediate action. What matters usually speaks more softly, it waits, it feels steady rather than frantic. When you learn to notice this difference, decisions become less exhausting. You stop reacting to pressure and start responding to meaning. This shift alone can protect you from choices that feel right in the moment, but wrong in the quiet that follows. There is a gentle strength in accepting that not every decision needs to be optimized. You do not need the best option. You need a good enough one that aligns with your values and allows you to sleep at night. Perfection is often a young person's game. Peace belongs to those who understand that life is lived forward, but understood slowly. Letting go of the need to get everything exactly right can free you from the constant second-guessing that steals joy. Many people also find comfort in remembering that decisions do not define their worth. A choice can be imperfect without being a failure. You are not your mistakes. You are the person who learns, adjusts, and continues. When decisions are tied too closely to self-worth, fear grows. When they are seen as part of an ongoing story, flexibility returns. This perspective allows you to move forward without carrying unnecessary shame or doubt. There is something deeply protective about honoring your own limits, saying no when your body says no, pausing when your mind feels crowded, stepping away when something feels misaligned. Limits are not walls. They are boundaries that keep your energy intact. Decisions made within your limits tend to be kinder to you. And kindness toward yourself often leads to wiser choices than any external rule ever could. As the years pass, many people discover the quiet power of choosing simplicity. Complex decisions often multiply stress. Simple choices, grounded in what you truly need, reduce it. Simplicity doesn't mean settling. It means recognizing what adds value and what adds noise. When you lean toward what feels clear rather than complicated, decisions become lighter. And lighter decisions are easier to live with over time. There is also reassurance in knowing that it is never too late to adjust. A decision is rarely a locked door. Most choices allow room to change direction, to soften the edges, to adapt as life unfolds. The belief that everything must be decided once and forever creates unnecessary pressure. Allowing yourself the grace to revise, to learn, to grow, keeps fear from steering the wheel. Toward the end of the day, when the world grows quieter again, it helps to remember that wisdom does not mean avoiding all mistakes. It means creating conditions where mistakes are less likely to cost you your peace. It means choosing awareness over impulse, compassion over judgment, patience over urgency. These are not dramatic acts. They are small, steady ways of living that protect you without making life smaller. You have lived long enough to know that confidence does not come from never doubting yourself. It comes from knowing that even if a decision turns out differently than expected, you will meet it with resilience and dignity. Trust grows when you treat yourself as someone worth listening to, someone whose inner signals matter, someone who deserves calm rather than constant correction. As you move forward, carrying all that you have learned and all that you are still discovering, remember this: you are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where your life has brought you. Decisions made from a place of steadiness tend to age well. And when you choose from that quiet center within you, the path ahead feels less like a test and more like a companionable walk.